Hey, how's it going, everyone? Justin again. As always, thanks for watching my channel. Welcome back. Cheers to those of you that are old enough to have your beers. I hope you're enjoying your weekend. All right, let's get serious for a minute. So, I have an Underhood light already. I think it's made by a Saber. I have it at work. It's a plug in the wall, good to go. Not sure how many lumens that it actually is, to be honest. I'll try to put a link down in the description. You guys can check it out for yourself to see how many lumens. But in contrast to that light that I have for Underhood light, I decided this light would be great to have at the house, because the other one I have is at work, and sometimes I do find myself in dark situations where I need an Underhood light here at the house, and sometimes it's just nice to have extra lighting in general. Well, I came across this beauty right here, made by Braun, that you could pick up at Harbor Freight. Now this sucker goes for about 40 bucks. That's about $120 cheaper than I paid for my Saber, roughly. I'm sure you can get it cheaper than that on Amazon, and again, I'll put the link down in the description. Maybe I'm able to find it cheaper for you guys than I originally paid for it off of the tool truck. All right, but all that aside, this thing caught my eye, and I was like, that looks pretty goddamn good. 845 lumens. It's got over 7 hours of runtime. It's got magnetic basing that I can hook it up to. Not sure how far it would stretch out. Time would tell, and depending on what vehicle I was working on and if it actually had any place to actually magnetize it to, that would play a role. And then it has little tiny hooks too, so I can hook it to something if I needed to. So overall, I thought it was a pretty classy little tool to have. And I was like, sweet. So I decided to pick it up. But before I picked it up, the gentleman over at the Harbor Freight told me, hey, there's an open packaged one if you want to see what it looks like over in the back corner in the clearance aisle, and I think it's going for $10 or $15 cheaper than it actually runs. I believe this light runs for about 40, maybe 46 bucks, somewhere in there, and I was able to pick this up for $35 roughly, minus the 20% coupon. Always use your coupon. I'm terrible about remembering that thing, but use the coupon. There's a big coupon going on this weekend, so make sure you get it in there. But at any rate, going back to the light. So I was like, all right, cool, yeah, I grabbed it. I had to wait till it was dark enough to actually unwind it, pull it out, check the whole thing out, charge it, that kind of thing. So I went to go charge it, and it only came with a cigarette lighter charger. And I was like, okay, maybe that was part of the tool that wasn't there because it was an open boxed item. They weren't sure what was missing. Just so happens that I actually happen to have a UV light charger that fits the same exact port, so you can use it for multi-purpose, right? I was like, all right, no big deal. Don't need to use the cigarette lighter, but it's cool that it came with it, I guess. I wish it would have came with one that plugs into 110, but whatever. I charge it up. The indicator light immediately turned green. So I'm not sure if when it's low on charge it's supposed to turn red and then green when it's fully charged. That's my assumption. So this light could have basically already been fully charged. Whatever. I plugged it in for about an hour just to make sure of it because I wanted to give the brightest illumination that I possibly could during this review. So then when it's fully charged, it's dark, I decide to park the truck because the truck has the most widest hood, the widest body of both vehicles that we own, in the most darkest spot that I could find in the front of our property. I decided to try to use the magnetic ends at the first time. It did not go well with me for where it was that I was trying to put it. So it slingshotted the Underhood light out of the freaking car onto the ground. Darn it, right? That sucks. So then I decided to untwist it and utilize these hooks, which I'll show you guys here in a clip. So I found two spots under my GMC where I got the hooks. Okay, cool, it hooks up. But now I got this twisting issue. I can't seem to get it to line up perfectly or exactly where I kind of want it. So where it kind of floats, I'm just like, whatever. I can see a pretty good amount under the hood in pitch black, with this light, with those hooks. Even though it was kind of stupid to set up, I kind of got it to work. Now it's got two settings. It's got like a lowerish setting and a high setting. What I found out from this is that you actually have to push the trigger or the on-off button in rapid succession for it to work. Because if you just push it once and wait for so many seconds, watch, it's going to make me be a liar, watch. Then you push it again, nope, it turns it off. So if you want it to be the ultra bright, you got to push it twice to get ultra bright. Otherwise, a moment later, the thing automatically turns off if you go to push it off. So that's those are the only two adjustment settings on it. All right, so that being said, I took it off the hook and I went further up onto the hood. I found a better magnetic spot to put it, and it provided a very, very large amount of light from what I was expecting. I tried to get it as close to the engine as I could in fear that maybe it wouldn't provide enough light, but I had to go higher in order for the magnetic bases to actually work, and I wasn't sure if it was actually going to hold up because these magnets did not impress me the first time I tried to hook it up. But it actually seemed to work out pretty good. So overall, saving yourself $120, $100 for an underhood light that you're going to use occasionally, because let's face it, if we have a problem with our vehicle, the last thing we want to do is try to do it at night, but sometimes we have to. Other times, we're in a shop that's just dark. All the time, there's no way around it. I wouldn't necessarily recommend this light for a shop that's just dark all the time, no way around it. I would recommend getting a plug-in 110 volt Saber or something like that that provides light right now in one setting, which is bright as hell, versus trying to try your luck with something like this just for a quick little repair at the house. But like I said, there's a big money swing, right? There's a big swing between how much each one of these things cost. I don't expect the world, but I try to give you guys my thorough thoughts and opinions on a product that I think would be worthy enough for somebody to go out and purchase. Am I in a hurry to go run and take this back and return it? Absolutely not. I think this thing's going to work out great for what it is that I have intended for it, which is to use it for small little repairs and little tiny things that I need to do on the fly at the house when it's pitch black. I think 845 lumens is plenty illumination for me to do any little repair that I need to on the fly at the house. So for 40 bucks, even less than 40 bucks, because not only did I get it in the clearance section because somebody opened the box and returned it, but I got 20% discount on top of that. So how could I really go wrong? You know? And the fact of the matter is that if you are on a travel and you're like, hey, I'm going to take this with me, you know, you could sword fight your buddies. You'll see. I throw a little funny video clip up here. But anyway, so if you don't want to sword fight your buddies, the other thing that you could do is you can keep this in your car. Maybe you're a truck driver or something like that, and you want like a nice, big, bright light so you can walk around, see what's going on, or throw it underneath the hood real quick so you can check something out. It's got a cigarette lighter charger, which I thought was kind of cool. The fact that it didn't come with a 110 charger. Maybe it's supposed to, and it wasn't because it was an unboxed item. You guys will have to let me know down in the comments. But if that's the case, at least you can charge it in your car, and it's on the go travel. So overall, 40 bucks well spent. That's my opinion about the Braun Underhood light. Okay. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments. If you want to see what other kind of lights that are out there as far as underhood lights, I think I did a video not too long ago, and I think I'll try to throw a card up here or over here to that video demonstrating a rechargeable underhood light versus a straight 110 volt underhood light. And I'll post the card up here so you can watch it, and then I'll post links down in the description for you guys to be able to go and shop, do your shopping, you know, figure out which underhood light's gonna be best for you. By all means, go onto other channels, research it, check it out, and see what light offers you the maximum amount of light and durability and flexibility and what it is that you're actually looking for. If you want something that's on the go that can just be charged and out the door, hey, Braun's gonna work for you just fine. If you don't care and you're 110 all the time, then by all means get something that plugs right into the wall like the Saber. The Saber has treated me well. I've had that light now for 4 years, something like that. You know, I was at Chrysler when I bought it. So that's all I got for this video, guys. As always, thanks as always for watching. We'll see you next time. Deuces.